Hashtag Trending would like to thank Meter for their support in bringing you this podcast. Meter delivers a complete networking stack, wired, wireless, and cellular, in one integrated solution that's built for performance and scale. You can find them at meter.com/HTT. Whose video model is number one on the Video Arena benchmark? Airbus finds solar radiation may have corrupted the A320 flight control data. AMD warns of memory price increases post-Christmas. Holiday hackers are back, and AI is helping them fool even careful shoppers. Oxford picks rage bait as the 2025 word of the year. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Oxford University Press has chosen rage bait as its word of the year for 2025. The term surged across Oxford's language databases, fueled by the rise of content designed to provoke anger and drive engagement online. And if you're wondering who gets to decide this, Oxford's dictionaries team, the people who maintain the Oxford English Dictionary and have been documenting English for more than 400 years, put together the shortlist. They analyzed billions of words of real-world usage, then opened voting to the public. This year, more than 30,000 people took part. Rage bait, it turns out, beat out two other finalists, which I confess one of which is surprising, at least to me. Aura farming, the idea of cultivating a polished or aesthetic online persona. I really do need to get out more. And biohack, that I have heard of, a catch-all for attempts to optimize body or mind through lifestyle tweaks or technology. And the winner is rage bait. But isn't that two words? According to Oxford, they say the word of the year can be a word, a phrase, or even an expression, whatever best captures the cultural moment. That doesn't sound right. Do you buy that? Come on, it's two words. Now that really ticks me off. And another unlikely winner, the number one spot on the Video Arena Leaderboard goes to, hang on, I'll get there. But I know what you're asking. Video Arena, who are they? They're one of the premier benchmarks for video. Video Arena is run by Artificial Analysis, an independent benchmarking group, and it totally relies on blind A/B testing. Viewers compare two clips without knowing which model created them and vote for the stronger one. So unlike some of the suspicion that's been on other benchmarks, there's no chance in gaming this one. It fully captures how people actually respond to output to competing models without being affected by brand or publicity. So the number one is, can we have a drum roll? Runway. Now, some of you will know Runway. The startup was founded in 2018 and earned a spot on CNBC's Disruptor 50 list this year. The company conducts AI research and builds both video models and world models, systems trained on video and observational data to better reflect how the physical world works. They have just unveiled Gen 4.5, a text-to-video model that now sits at the top of the independent Video Arena rankings, ahead of Google's Veo 3, which took second place. OpenAI's Sora 2 Pro was in seventh place. Ooh, burn. That's gotta hurt. Sam Altman is definitely not having a good couple of weeks. Runway says Gen 4.5 can generate high-definition video from written prompts with improved handling of physics, human motion, camera movement, and cause and effect. CEO Cristobal Valenzuela told CNBC, "We managed to outcompete trillion-dollar companies with a team of 100 people." The model's internal code name, by the way, was David, a nod to the David and Goliath dynamic. Gen 4.5 is the first in a series of major releases and will roll out to all customers through Runway's app, API, and partners by the end of this week. Airbus says that intense solar radiation may have corrupted flight control data on its A320 family aircraft. The finding comes from an investigation into a JetBlue flight that suddenly pitched down mid-air before the crew recovered. The aircraft dropped altitude briefly, and Airbus now says the flight control computer was reacting to corrupted data from the air data system, data that had been distorted by unusually strong solar radiation. The company traced the problem to a rare sequence of inputs that the software simply wasn't designed to handle. To their credit, Airbus issued a fix to prevent the pathway from being used, and airlines have started to install the update. The work has caused some minor schedule disruptions, but regulators, including the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, didn't require groundings, and no injuries were reported. It's a reminder that when most people think of airline safety, they picture physical failures like the Boeing aircraft where the door panel blew out. But in modern aviation, software is just as critical as hardware and construction, and extreme conditions can reveal edge cases no one expected. And to anyone out there who's testing software, who'd have had the impact of solar radiation on your list of test conditions? And in case you were waiting for Boxing Day deals or post-Christmas bargains, AMD might be the Grinch this year, but at least they'll wait till after Christmas. The company is warning that its prices are going up because they can no longer absorb the increased cost of memory. For months, memory makers have been shifting production towards higher bandwidth memory for data center GPUs, the kind used to train AI models. That's left less standard DRAM, VRAM, and GDDR for graphics cards, and the memory that is available has become too expensive. DRAM prices have surged in late 2025, with some kits tripling and shortages expected to worsen in 2026 due to AI's inelastic demand outstripping production. Vendors like AMD plan at least 10% hikes in 2026, explicitly tied to this memory crisis. Earlier this year, everyone was worried about tariffs and trade disruption. And regardless of what you've heard about an AI bubble, there's enough demand out there, apparently, to still keep driving up the cost of all memory. Despite the increases, it's still a competitive industry, and AMD and its partners have been absorbing those elevated memory costs, but the margins have been squeezed to the point where prices are going to rise. Curiously, NVIDIA has a similar problem, only it's competing with itself. In response, it's holding back new consumer launches and refusing to cut prices and prioritizing AI-class parts over its gaming GPUs. Can't be making them any great friends with the gamers. The result is simple, and you might have seen it in the Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales already. Fewer discounts, higher GPU prices. So it's going to be a tough winter for gamers, PC builders, and even IT departments, because this won't just hit home users. Companies that are locked in for next year's hardware refreshes may find their pricing assumptions no longer hold. And it's not only retailers that get most of their business between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're heading into that period of the year where hackers and fraudsters do some of their best work. Everyone's a little rushed, trying to find that perfect gift or grab a bargain, and our attention slips just enough to make us vulnerable. But this year, cybercriminals are getting a major boost from AI. Even if you're paying close attention, it's going to be tough to spot a fake. Security researchers are warning Amazon customers about a sharp 48-hour surge in phishing attacks, fake order confirmations, package notices, and security alerts that look almost identical to the real thing. Amazon is the #1 target because of their size, and partly because people expect a steady stream of emails from them during the holidays. They are the most spoofed retailer in the world, with AI making those spoofs cleaner, more convincing, and harder to spot. But it's not just retail. Tech Radar is reporting that attackers are now hijacking images inside phishing emails to disguise fake Windows updates. Victims are being tricked into downloading what looks like a legitimate security patch only to install malware instead. But at least the Windows updates are one you can put on your naughty list. Microsoft does not email Windows updates, and they don't threaten your data over email. If you see anything like that, it's a scam. And most of our audience is pretty savvy, so you might be aware of this, but make sure you tell your friends. But the retail stuff, it's an onslaught of emails and offers, and if the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales really are as flat as some people are saying, expect that retailers will turn it up to 11, to quote Spinal Tap. And as they do that, our only remedy is to slow down. When it comes to shopping, we're going to need to check everything. The package you weren't expecting, or the deal that feels a little too good. And wherever possible, I always advise try to go back to the source, not to your inbox. But if you think you have to click that link, remember and tell your friends and family that even Santa, after he's made his list, he checks it twice. You should too. And that's our show. Once again, we'd like to thank Meter for their support in bringing you the podcast. Meter delivers full-stack networking infrastructure, wired, wireless, and cellular to leading enterprises. Working with their partners, Meter designs, deploys, and manages everything required to get performant, reliable, and secure connectivity into a space. They design the hardware, the firmware, build the software, manage deployments, and even run support. It's a single integrated solution that scales from branch offices, warehouses, and large campuses all the way to data centers. You can book a demo at meter.com/HTT. That's METER.com/HTT. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a terrific Tuesday.